Oh, man, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, But God by Isaac Kyrie. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. But God, I'm feeling this.
But God, man, I love that song. I know you got a good word this morning.
Oh, thank you, Rickey Smiley, because this song reminds me of the fact that the two most important words that can turn any situation around are but God. I love it because but is a conjunction. I flash back to back in the day watching cartoons Saturday morning, conjunction, junction, what's your function? And the function of a conjunction is to connect what's before with what's after. And if you have an adversative conjunction like but, however, yet, or howbeit, it means whatever's on the front side is going to get overruled by what's on the back side. And so but is powerful by itself. But then when you add God to the equation, the next thing you know, whatever is on the front side gets overruled, overturned, and transformed by the power of Almighty God. So here's what you do. If the sentence of your situation is going in the wrong direction, if the sentence of your situation is hurting you and you feel like you can't make it, here's what you do. By faith and prayer, call on but God. And I promise you, but God can overrule what was going down before. But God simply means that God can turn your situation around. If it's going in the wrong direction, but God can transform it. And before you know it, what was going wrong can help you get to the right place. But God simply means that when your haters come for you and attack you, the good news is, but God will prepare a table before you in the presence of folk that can't stand you. God will throw a blessing party in your honor, and your haters have to RSVP and show up and watch you get blessed, because there's power in but God. So don't trip on life going wrong. Just insert but God by faith in the sentence of your situation, and but God can turn your situation around. But God.
Yes, sir, Pastor Haynes. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how they can reach you.
Hey, Rickey Smiley, you can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
There it is, Pastor Haynes. Love you. Hey, Pastor Haynes, have you started church back again?
No, not yet, man. We still playing it safe, but we on the way.
You need to do vaccinated only services. I'm just kidding, Pastor Haynes. I don't know. If you get your vaccination, Pastor Haynes, you don't have to go to the new members only class.
Hey, I know that's right.
Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Love you, Ricky. Thank you.
That's it. News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 11 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page right here. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, every day, everyone, and happy hump day. It's your girl, Eva Marcel.
Did you say good morning every day?
Good morning every day, Ricky. It's just, every day above ground is another day for a good morning.
You are absolutely right.
I'm Eva Marcel, very happy, as you can see this morning, here with a quick look at your front page news. Both the police chief and the veteran officer who shot and killed 20-year-old Dante Wright during a traffic stop in the town of Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, resigned yesterday. Protests continue for a third night in a row in the city, and meanwhile, the families of George Floyd and Dante Wright have joined forces in a call for the end of police brutality. Now, the defense in the Derek Chauvin murder trial began presenting its case yesterday and called a use of force expert who said that Chauvin was justified in his actions against George Floyd. And last but certainly not least, President Biden is expected to announce his plans to end a 20-year war in Afghanistan. All remaining troops in the countries are expected to come home on September the 11th, which is the 20th year anniversary of the 9/11 attacks. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the RickeySmileyMorningshow.com. Rock T, I hope you're having a wonderful day. What's going on in sports?
I'm having a wonderful, spectacular morning, Eva. It's brought to you by Ford. Tough this smart can only be called F-150. Check out the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 at Ford.com. Built Ford, proud. Built Ford, tough. Well, I got a Deshaun Watson update for you, man. All 22 women who are suing Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson will disclose names in the amended lawsuits. Watson is being accused of assaulting and harassing these women during massages. He lost most of his endorsements, including Nike, Beats by Dre, and of course Reliant. But as of yesterday, one of the women who filed a lawsuit has dropped her civil case against Watson. We'll see if that was a settlement or if these other women are going to follow suit. We'll find out. I'll keep you posted on that. In the meantime, the Denver Broncos, the Seattle Seahawks, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers players say they will not report to voluntary offseason workouts, which is a week away, because there are no adequate protocols in place to keep players safe. COVID-19 still remains a serious threat to their families, so they're going to chill on the voluntary workout. Last but not least, man, and I'll get more detail in this story later on, but a black high school football player in Illinois was told to sit inside of a locker with banana peels littered inside the locker. Teammates threatened to break his knees if he didn't comply. This story, man, hit social media, and it went nuts, man. So we'll get into this a little bit later, but that's what I got right now for sports. And Gary with the T. What's up there, Pimpin'?
All right, y'all. Floyd Mayweather is back. We ain't heard that name in a while. I know I didn't, honey, but they're saying, y'all, they don't call him Floyd Money Mayweather for nothing. Now, it's been reported, y'all, that the pro boxer, he stopped by this luxury resale store, y'all, called Privé Portal in Miami, y'all, on Sunday evening. They were saying that it was being reported that he spent a measly $80,000, y'all, on 4 Hermes bags. Now, they say he didn't say who the bags were for, y'all, according to page 6. They said, but it was implied that they were for his ever-growing collection. Now, they're saying that Mr. Mayweather's business associate, y'all, just stopped by the store and immediately FaceTime Floyd to let him know to come over here right now to view these store's handbag collection. They say he arrived within 25 minutes and spent $80,000, y'all, in 10 minutes on 4 of the bags. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the 44-year-old fighter, he purchased 3 35-centimeter Birkins, 1 in yellow, 2 in different shades of green, along, y'all, with a 30-centimeter Birkin in black. Now, they say it's unclear who the purses were for, but they're saying that he was supposed to be allegedly dating some beautiful, attractive woman. They've spotted them at this hot spot in Las Vegas. I mean, in Miami the other day. Now, they're saying, y'all, that it was rumored that he's engaged to the stripper Anna Monroe, and I Googled her, honey, and she's a Brit, so she ain't all that damn cute. But nevertheless, y'all, they're saying, you know, that Mr. Mayweather, he's no stranger to throwing around his money. They say this multi-million-dollar guy has a multi-million-dollar watch collection, including an $18 million watch, and he claims to have the biggest Chanel bag, y'all, in the world. Now, he said he got that bag from Karl Lagerfeld himself, y'all, back in July of 2019. So congratulations out to Floyd Mayweather. So some people wonder, do he might carry those purses at night, nobody know about it, or what? Because usually when he give his women bags, and he usually give them Birkin bags, he'll let them carry it, but when they break up, he take them back from them. So, you know, so that's a sad thing. That's
Consolation prize.
And that's a big consolation prize, Rick. There ain't no tires, honey, or a baby bed or nothing. That's a doggone $10,000, $20,000.
You just put a lot on that. That man is not walking around with purses at night. No.
Well, we don't. What he doing? Why he collecting purses?
He just like them next.
Because that's money made.
They don't depreciate. You know,
you bought anybody a Birkin bag?
You know they don't depreciate.
I don't know what a Birkin bag is.
It's just a little square purse, Rick, and it costs between $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000.
It ain't a little square purse either.
What'd you say, Brad?
It's not a little square purse either.
Well, some of them are smaller than others, honey. They ain't all that big.
Ain't no small ones in my house.
Oh, all right, Brad, just shut that down. Oh, Lord, she was good, baby. All right, ain't no small one than Brad. Okay, Brad. All right, the Kahlua today, honey, is one of my favorite Kahluas. My Kahlua today is
That's what the rappers get.
Okay,
that's how the rappers do.
Oh, yes, baby. They'll shut you down, honey. I know, girl. The Kahlua today is orange blood, honey. On the high end, you say orange blood, and on the low, you say beautiful dark pink. That's your Kahlua for today. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, who's up next on Red Table Talk? I'm going to tell you all about it up next. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and
when that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. This segment is being brought to you by Geico. That's right, whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle car and home insurance. Having a home is hard work, so make sure you get a quote at geico.com. That's easy. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. USA Today has reported that there is no evidence that DMX's heart attack was caused by the COVID-19 vaccine. Media Takeout originally reported that a family member of the rapper said that he received the COVID-19 vaccine just days before having a heart attack. Well, other outlets reported the story, but now New York-based lawyer Murray Richmond, who represented DMX for decades, confirmed that X did not receive the COVID-19 vaccine a week before having a heart attack. Richmond wasn't sure if he received the vaccine before that period, but Richmond also said that he couldn't confirm whether drugs were involved and wasn't sure what caused the heart attack. So in an email statement, founder and editor of Media Takeout, Fred, don't know how to say his last name, Fred M., said that the outlet stands by our reputation and by the quotes in the article. Please leave this man alone. Please let this man rest in peace. Please let his family rest in peace. Please stop talking about him. My goodness, they can't even have a memorial service before people just try to start talking crazy. Like, leave him alone, whatever caused it. Can we talk about it later, please? Can the family grieve? Oh, my goodness. Moving on, y'all. Bobby Brown is set to appear on Red Table Talk April 15th, and he will discuss his addictions, controversial moments, and the tragic death of his son, Bobby Brown Jr. He'll also reveal who he thinks is responsible for the deaths of Whitney Houston and his daughter, Bobby Christina Brown. We kind of know that he's talked about it before, and I think there was a lawsuit and a big deal in the media about the ex-boyfriend that also ended up ODing. So, all of that is real crazy. We're going to wrap up the hot spot right there, y'all, but we got Rock T's HBCU coming up next, and why don't y'all hit us up for them wake-up calls at 866-9-RICKY. That's 1-866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Now you know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
HBCU. Yo, what up, man? Rock Teasy up in the house, man. It's time for another HBCU. Oh, you already know we gonna always highlight, showcase, and put a spotlight on our heroes and sheroes that attended or currently attend our phenomenal historically black colleges and universities. We finna head down to Raleigh, North Carolina, to Shaw University, established in 1865, home of the Garnett and White Bears, also home of the Platinum Sound Marching Band. Let's talk about one of y'all's former students who received the honorary doctorate degree from Shaw University. She's known as the Empress of Soul. She's a singer, songwriter, actress, businesswoman, and author. 7-time Grammy Award winner. Recorded 2 #1 Billboard Hot 100 singles, 11 #1 R&B singles, 6 #1 R&B albums. She was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. 2 of her songs were inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. Oh, I ain't done. Rolling Stone magazine ranked her among the 100 greatest singers of all time. She launched on the scene with her group featuring her brother and 2 cousins we all know as the Pips. The legendary Gladys Knight, another proud HBCU alum of Shaw University. If you didn't know, now you know. If you want me to highlight your favorite HBCU, hit me up on my social media platforms at Rock T Holla. Let's get it.
HBCU. Dr. Collier, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. It's Wednesday hump day time for our coronavirus update. And yesterday, for the first time in my professional life and this time that I have ever seen, the CDC and the FDA partnered together, had a joint press conference to talk about the problems with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. So there have been 6 women ages 18 to 48 that have developed a rare and serious blood clotting in the brain. And the thing that's unusual about this blood clotting, Ricky, is that normally when a person gets a blood clot, you treat them with blood thinners. The most common one is warfarin or Coumadin, but there are several others that are new and improved anticoagulants. But this type of clotting phenomenon that's associated with the vaccine also causes a low platelet count. That's called leukopenia. And platelets are usually your backup mechanisms because the blood thinners work on a different mechanism. And so there's a different pathway. So your platelets are always there to help you clot if you get an injury or a bruise or get cut, etc. Well, this lowers the platelet count as well. So using a blood thinner in this case causes a severe adverse reaction. One woman did die from this severe clotting. And if you do the math, Ricky, it comes out to about 1 out of 1 million people. But what I always say to my patients about any disease state or any surgical procedure or whatever, if it happens 1 out of 1 million times and it happens to you, it's 100%. So we have to be very careful and cautious about that. So they ordered or asked for a pause in the use of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Now, is this going to affect the president's drive toward 200 million vaccines? No, it's not, because 600 million doses of the Moderna and the Pfizer vaccine have already been ordered and put in reserve for the United States. There's only 400 million basically in the United States, so we have more than enough doses to get us through the pandemic if they don't issue another single injection of the Johnson & Johnson. But during this pause, they're going to reevaluate to see if there's a definitive causal relationship or if they're going to define who should get this vaccine. They're looking at saying only people older than 40, only people older than 50 rather, or men only, or women that are not of childbearing age because they're considering a hormonal connection in women that are childbearing age, because that happens when women get birth control as well. Birth control pills have a rate of 1 out of 5,000 causing clots, but not this particular clot. Remember, this is a unique clotting and it affects the brain. So this is it. If you have had the Johnson & Johnson vaccine and you're 2 weeks out, you are past the window, you should have no concerns. If you're within the 2 week window, you need to be concerned about symptoms such as severe headache, change in neurological function, or chest pain. So monitor those symptoms, monitor yourself, check yourself. But remember, the other two dose vaccines that are caused, and their technology is mRNA, have not had any issues with clotting. The Johnson & Johnson and the AstraZeneca, different mechanisms, both have had clotting issues. That's our report today, Ricky. Any calls coming in?
Absolutely. Good morning. You're on with Dr. Collier.
Ain't nothing happened to me with this Johnson & Johnson shot. On the second day, I felt pretty decent, and it's been 3-4 days. People just not taking care of themselves, and they got some aftermarket effects because they got aftermarket problems.
All right, that's a good point. But that has nothing to do with the general baseline health of the individual, this clotting phenomenon. But we stated there have been 1 million doses of this Johnson & Johnson vaccine given out, and it's utilized around the world. But the European Medical Association was the first to bring this to the attention of Johnson & Johnson. So it's being looked at around the world, but for the vast majority of people, of course, 1 out of 1 million, it shouldn't be a problem.
All right, you're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
My son got the one-shot vaccine, and he's been nauseated, and I want to know what the real serious side effects are of the one-shot vaccine.
Okay, well, nausea has been a common phenomenon with all of the vaccines, as well as fatigue, sometimes fever, body aches, and signs and symptoms as if you have the COVID infection. So sounds like he's having minor side effects, and those should resolve in a matter. Every day should be better than the previous day. After a week or so, he shouldn't have any more problems.
All right, you're on with Dr. MJ Collier. Good morning.
Okay, my question is, can you still catch the coronavirus if you are vaccinated?
Absolutely. We talked about in our previous segment that there's a 5%, even for the 95% efficacious vaccines, there's 5% of the population that for whatever reason can still get the coronavirus. And that includes full symptoms and death. That has happened in individuals that have been vaccinated. They have gotten the disease and had severe disease, illnesses, and died. But again, 95% of the population is outstanding for any vaccine. It's considered a win if you get over 50% protection from a vaccine. And these vaccines are giving us 85 to 95% efficacy. But if you're in the 5%, it's 100% for you.
All right, Dr. Collier, give us a disclaimer.
Okay, these are the opinions of Dr. M.J. Collier, not those of Mr. Rickey Smiley, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show crew, its radio affiliates around the country and around the world. You can reach me on all social media at ASK Dr. MJ. I'll be doing Facebook Live today at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go to Ask Dr. MJ on Facebook and hear more about the coronavirus and how you can lose that muffin top with Lipo Drops. We want to get you fine for the spring. It's summertime fine. Okay.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the tea and the clue of the day. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. The real co-host, y'all, Miss Jenny Mai, honey. She opened up yesterday, y'all, during yesterday's show, talking about her marriage to Jeezy, y'all, rapper Jeezy. She said actually she was with her EP on Rachel, and she said she officially, y'all, signed her name for the first time with Jenkins, because y'all know his name is Jay Wayne Jenkins, call him Jeezy. His last name is Jenkins, and she signed her name for the first time, y'all, so it could go on the credits of the show as Miss Jenny Mai Jenkins.
Welcome to the family.
Yes, honey. She said, honey, she was very excited about it. It was the first time she ever signed it. It's official. She said, so I'm proud to be Miss Jenkins. Now, she also discussed her wedding dress, y'all, and she talked about the gown and how beautiful it was, how it was something effervescent and new. She said she did not want to wear white, but she said, because we all know about white. White symbolizes purity, and she said that ship has sailed, honey. She ain't no longer pure because she's with a rapper, Jeezy. And she said she know, honey, she wanted new because the color, it represents how skin deep she is with Jay, honey. So congratulations to her. But I was thinking, and me and some of my friends were talking about it, I think she just is crazy. I would have not changed my last name to Jenkins. I would have been continued to be Jenny Mai, and Jenkins would have been on paper, but I would have not made it official and put it all on credits and stuff on the show and stuff like that.
Why not?
Because she's just as big as him, and that's her profession name. We know her as Jenny Mai, not no Jenny Mai Jenkins.
But that's
her
okay.
Gonna swell up, and she's gonna end up on the number 2 usher board.
Nah.
She proud of that.
Oh, yes, she's very proud.
Start wearing church hats on the real.
Okay. But she's
Only
very
one up there
proud
with
of
a
her
fan.
name. Ricky. But I mean, it's just, I mean, think about it though, Brett. I mean, Eva, I don't know if you changed your name, but look, Janet Jackson never changed her name to Janet Jackson or Wow, whatever her husband's name was. He was a billionaire. She kept Jackson. Keep your professional name and let your marriage name be on paper only, but I would have not changed it, on TV or anything like that. But she loved Jay, and she talked about him yesterday, so congratulations to Miss Jenkins. She's now Miss Jenny Jenkins. All right, honey.
My ex-wife didn't change her last name.
I don't blame her. I mean, the people.
Think about it. It worked out, though.
Because it changed right back, huh?
Yeah,
so
it is.
Well, but I mean, it's just, I don't know. But women do that. They just be happy to get a last name. No, honey, keep your last name and let him keep his last name.
See, that's that Oprah and Gail stuff. That's that Oprah and Gail talk. All right.
Moving on.
He going to end up calling Kevin Samuels. Wonder why they can't get no damn body. Listen to stuff like that.
That was ugly. Moving on, y'all. Another celebrity news, y'all. Chris Brown, honey, his ex-cleaning lady, y'all, she's filing a multi-million-dollar lawsuit because his doggone dog, honey, bit her sister. Now, his former cleaning lady, she sued him after his dog bit her sister while they were just cleaning his beautiful Tarzana mansion. Now, they say she would go twice a week, honey, and he was only paying her $600 a day to clean it. She claimed that her and her sister were aware that the dogs were in the backyard or whatever, but he usually would keep them separate from them when they would come to the house. So she said his Caucasian Shepherd Akavachok dog attacked her sister, honey, ripping 3 to 4 inches of skin in her arm, honey, and allegedly bit her in her face and her leg, y'all. And she said Chris came out and he called 911 or what have you and stuff like that, but he haven't paid them yet. So she's suing for millions of dollars because her beautiful sister was bitten. Now, some people said that her sister, I don't know if LA is an at-will state or whatever, but if she went on her own, honey, that was not his problem. That his dogs attacked her or whatever. And I know, Brad, you're a dog person. If somebody came to your house and cleaned up and your dog attacked, aren't you liable to pay them or what have you?
I believe so. I think it goes like that, yeah.
You got to put them dogs up.
Yeah.
Totally your responsibility.
If you know they might bite somebody or attack, my dogs aren't attack dogs though, but if they don't like you, they will bark, but they don't bite people. They're trained very well.
Oh, well, that's good then. So they have teeth?
Absolutely. Do you have teeth?
Well, that mean they bite then. Well, they bite. If they got teeth,
they don't
then
bite,
they bite
people. They don't. They never have, and they never will. Thank you.
Okay. All right. My final.
They're trained,
story.
Gary, unlike you.
All right. My final story, y'all. Honey. TMZ, y'all. It's been reported, y'all, that YF in Lucci, y'all, violated his $500,000 bond condition, visiting a recording studio and a strip club, y'all, since being out of jail. Now they're saying that the same strip club that allegedly, y'all, connected to his upcoming murder trial. Now they reported that Mr. Lucci was arrested as a suspect, y'all, in the murder of one man who suffered a gunshot wound to the head as well as thrown from a moving car. Now they're saying another man was injured, but meanwhile the prosecutors say that Lucci's ankle monitor, y'all, has been tampered with, and y'all, they're saying, y'all, that he tested positive for marijuana and opiates, y'all, in the same in the time that he has been released, y'all. But my thing is, can this man have drugs and alcohol if he wants to? If he released, can he do what he want to do? I mean, he had a bond.
It depends on what the conditions of his,
his bond or whatever
his bond is. Yeah, I don't think you can do that though.
Yeah, well, they requesting, y'all, that the judge going to revoke his bond and keep him in custody, y'all, throughout the end of his murder trial. And that's sad. I mean, if the man was out of jail and he just wanted to do drugs and weed and opiates, I mean, he was out partying allegedly and stuff. So it looks like he should be able to have a nice time while he's out until he go back to jail. So I don't know. But we're going to follow this story, and hopefully Mr. F.Y.N. Lucci, y'all, honey, get to go out and, do what he need to do. All right, the color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, and I'm going to give this color to Brad. Brad, in honor of your, 55th birthday. Happy birthday, Brad. And the color today is orange blood. On the high end, you say orange blood. And on the low end, you say beautiful dark pink. That's your color for the day, Brad.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 23 minutes after the hour. Time for the wake-up call. Here we go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause they woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so we be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Hi, this is Aisha calling from Shreveport, Louisiana. Want to wake up my husband, Derek, my children, Donovan and Aaliyah. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning, this is Alonzo. Happy birthday, Brad. This is Rick from Goldsboro, North Carolina. Wake up, everybody.
Hey, this is Panette from Lakeland, Florida. Wake up, Lakeland.
Hey, what up? This is Big J from Raleigh. Big shout out to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Watching Special K, Beaver, everybody holding down to Brad, Rickey Smiley. Wake up, baby.
I need to wake up. Miss Woody Smiles in Seattle and Mr. Marty, DJ in NYC. This is Miss Mo, y'all, calling from Tempe, Arizona. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Happy birthday, Brad.
Thank you. Let them know. When you at Portland, wake up. In Charlotte, wake up. In Raleigh, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Come on, Baltimore, wake up. In Nashville, wake up. In Indianapolis, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate it, Brett.
You're welcome, Ricky.
Hello, sir. I need to speak with Jared, please.
Who's this?
This is Johnny Hurston, sir. I'm with the Sagelson Corporation. We're the customer service department. The service collection, I ain't got nothing. Now, I'm not calling you about the collection aspect of anything of your relationship with them, but it was brought to our attention that you had an altercation with them on the phone.
I mean, I don't know what you want to know. They said something I didn't like, and I told them how it was.
Well, okay. Well, Jared, see, I was going to go ahead and conference in one of the employees that you had cussed out so that you could go ahead and apologize to them and tell them how ignorant you was.
Well, you can let them know how ignorant I was. I don't deal with that employee anymore, and I never will.
Well, sir,
so, you can call them and let them know I'm an ignorant f***er. Have at it.
I have not cursed you, sir. It boosts our employees' morale when crazy customers apologize for being crazy.
Well, then you're going to have to go up and bark somebody else's tree because I'm going to be crazy no matter what. Well, and you can tell them, because if I said something, I meant it, and I'm not going to recant what I f***ing say.
Well,
that's all there is to it.
See, I have to come to Chicago whoop that ass. Because, see, I'm trying to be appropriate with you. And you
I guess you will. You can come to my address. I don't give a f***.
Well, then it's on.
I don't know why you're getting upset when you're just trying to get me to apologize to somebody I don't give a f*** about.
Well, excuse me.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
swear me all you want. I ain't going to get accomplished.
Jared, now, sir, I'm trying my best with you. I don't want to put my hands on you.
Well, then no. I'm not telling you what you can and what you cannot do. But if you're asking for apology, you might want to bark up somebody else's tree.
You didn't have no right to cuss at that lady, and that other man.
Why didn't I have a right? Anybody has a right to cuss.
You didn't have a right.
What? I will cuss at who the I want if they're not going to be nice.
Now, see, you're gonna piss me off. I'm gonna go to the trunk. I'm gonna get my gun.
You get your gun, and
I
I'll
call
get my gun, and we'll see who has a quicker trigger.
I call my gun the Reverend because it make you see the Lord.
You're gonna have a slower trigger than I.
See, brother, it ain't nothing to come get slapped, Jed.
Come slap my ass.
Your
I will give up. Ask the lady I'm supposed to apologize to. I'm sure she'd be happy to give you my address.
Do you love America?
If you want me to give an apology to something I ain't gonna give an apology for.
Do you love America, Jared? You got to do this for the troops.
I already served for the troops. So I don't have to for the troops.
This is for the troops, sir. God bless America.
Well, God bless them. You know what? I don't know what that has to do with me apologizing to somebody.
Well, I tell you, can you send a card or just some sort of just show that you just didn't mean what you said?
Where the are you calling from? Because I don't understand this.
So,
why would they have to go through a third party to get an apology? If she wants an apology that bad, why don't she call me?
Well, sir, why would she call you direct when the last time you talked to her, you used that foul mouth of yours? They need a liaison, and that's what the Sackleson Corporation is.
She has enough balls to call me and not be lenient with me, then she should have enough to use foul language too.
Well, why didn't you got the money? You couldn't sell no M&Ms or some Girl Scout cookies? You could have done something else.
Would I want to do that?
You don't want to get your credit messed up.
Well, my credit's already up. What's one more person going to make it any different?
You better sell dope or start a meth lab. You better do something. Or, in the meantime, if you want something to entertain yourself with, you could always just drop comedian Roy Wood Jr. an email, because this is a prank phone call.
Who set this up?
Your friend Kevin put us up to prank calling you today, man.
All right.
Black Tony, what's wrong?
Well, first of all, Shotty, don't be expecting me to be there today, because today is Wednesday, Shotty. You already know. I told you before. You can't start work on a Wednesday, Shotty. You can't do that.
You promised us yesterday. Black Tony, what did you say?
I'm trying to think. I'm looking out for y'all, Shotty.
Black Tony, what did you say to us yesterday? What did you say to us yesterday?
Shotty, I said I'd be there today, but I thought the day was Thursday. I didn't know the day was Wednesday, Shotty. You can't never go to work on Wednesday.
You can't do that, man.
You can't, Shotty. Look, it's not me, Shotty. It's the earth. It's the world. I ain't made the rules, Shotty. I'm just going by.
Okay, what if that happened to all of us? We wouldn't have a morning show. Everybody else, Brett came, Eva came, Gary came.
But look, I wouldn't. Listen, Shotty. Let me tell you how this works, Shotty. I'm looking at my contract, and my contract says, Shotty, that that I can't come to work on a Wednesday, Shotty, because it's the middle of the week, Shotty. It's hump day. You can't go to work on hump day. It's in my contract.
Yes,
and it's in my contract. Okay, Shotty.
It's hump day.
I'm going to tell you the truth, Shotty. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm trying to hold it together right now, Shotty. I'm trying to hold it together right
Black
now.
Tony, you act like you the only somebody got problems, bro. You ain't been to work in 3 years.
No problem, this a whole life.
Let's talk about the fact you ain't been to work in 3 years. You call in sick every day.
I just found out something devastating about my personal family life, Shotty.
Everybody going through.
I found out something devastating, Shotty.
What happened?
When I was talking about my birthday the other day, I'm trying to keep it together. When I found out about my birthday the other day, and I told you, y'all ain't at my birthday on October the 12th, my mama told me, she said, "Boy, your birthday September 25th." I said, "What?" Then I found out I was adopted.
Man, get your hands off.
That's right. Yeah, back in the building. Yeah, turn me up in the headphones. Yo, stop laughing. Yo, stop laughing at me up. Word up. Turn me up. Remix. Hairlines high, no lie. I know this. Still I try to get by. Hope you don't notice.
You ain't fly, no lie, cause we know this. Your hairline's high, oh my, and it's showing.
Your boy got a problem, my hairline's fading. Push it to the back, I don't know why I'm waiting. Need to get a cut, but I can't let go. So if I wear a hat, then the broads won't know. Rogaine didn't help. Juices and berries, all top shelf. Even in the Lambo, hitting the gas. When the chicks see my hairline, they all wanna laugh. Stop laughing! Then what the hell I'm gonna do? Silk do-rags, $100 shampoos. I try to make it rain, see if they forget. Only one at the pool party never get wet. I'm I'm 41, but I act 20. My hairstylist is looking at me mad funny. I'm trying to rep, but my hairline won't grow. Getting played every day.
Damn, let it go.
Hairline's high, no lie. I know this. Still I try to get by. Hope you don't notice.
You ain't fly, no lie, cause we know this. Your hairline's high, oh my, and it's showing.
Shorty lean with it, rock with it. On my head Velcro when I rock fitted. And it don't make sense. Keep a black marker touching up the black rinse. I got a wig, but I needed something better, son. Cause in the hood, call me Young George Jefferson. I'm getting dissed by the groupies. I don't have bad dreams, son. I have
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rick Smiley Morning Show, 6 minutes after the hour, y'all. Get your cabin today for the Tom Joyner Foundation Fantastic Voyage 2021 cruise. Listen, man, the ship sails November the 6th through the 14th, 2021, with ushers Dougie Fresh, Brandy, Kings of Crunk, and more. Call 214-495-1963. Today, go to blackamericaweb.com. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Sharon Osbourne, honey, they're saying she's walking the walk, y'all, when it comes to the talk. They're saying that Sharon Osbourne did not watch the talk return. And they say, well, what about Cheryl Underwood? She said, Cheryl Underwood, who? Honey, they say this girl forgot Cheryl Underwood already, y'all. Now, it's being reported, y'all, that sources close to Sharon that told TMZ, y'all, that the talk co-host was, the ex-talk co-host, y'all, was otherwise engaged, honey, when the show returned on the air recently, y'all, following that 3-week hiatus, y'all. Now, some sources are saying, y'all, that Sharon and Cheryl have not spoken privately since the on-air blow-up. Now, it's unclear if Sharon will soon reach out to Cheryl, but they say one thing's for sure, that the sources are saying, y'all, that Sharon's putting the talk in her rear view mirror, baby. They said, now for Cheryl's part, they said she opened up the show from backstage, and she said the panel would openly discuss what went down on March the 10th and how it moved forward. And then when they asked her whether she could remain friends with Sharon, Cheryl said, people have asked me, quote, well, if you see Sharon, what would you do? She said, if she greeted me warmly and sincerely, I would give her back the same. She said, because we've been on this show, y'all, for 10 long years, a decade. And she also added, y'all, that she wants people to understand when you're friends with somebody, you stay friends with them. She said, and what did Maya Angelou say? She said, when people show you who they are, believe them, unquote. Now, ain't that a sad thing? They've been on the show all that time, y'all. And like the song just said, will people remember Sharon? Will you reminisce her? Or what? Because, I mean, she's been on the show since the show started and what have you. And, you know, now this here madness didn't happen. It's a very touchy thing. And I love to talk, honey, but now, since Sharon is gone, now, I don't know if we're going to still watch or what, y'all. But have y'all watched, Janie, y'all watched the talk? I know we all love Cheryl Underwood.
Yeah, I watched when they had the therapist on there and, you know, just really going in there, you know, breaking it down. But it is such a great area to address racism, especially in a climate like this, what's going on, because, man, you know, either people are, a lot of people just real dismissive about it and don't understand what we're going to, and it's almost like, no matter where you go and no matter what you have or how successful you are, you can't escape it. I deal with it every single day. And then, you know, you get good white people out there that see that you're going through racism and they try to overcompensate for what you're dealing with. And I have a lot of white people that be real apologetic about some of my experiences when they see it firsthand, and they just totally go get in attack mode, you know. But it's really scared, man. It's something that we have to continue to talk about and to continue to get out and vote and change some of these laws and make people that's racist uncomfortable. You know, there's a video out right now in Columbia, South Carolina. Everybody in Columbia listening saw that video that leaked out where that black kid was walking through that neighborhood and was being bullied and pushed around by that bald-headed white man. I shared it on my Facebook page. And just for walking in the neighborhood, he must have had some words with somebody, but there was an argument between him and someone else. He didn't do anything to anybody to get treated that way, and it's just white supremacy at its best. You know, so you got to watch that video, and then when you see it shared and find out where the neighborhood is, and we'll take a walk in the neighborhood. I bet he won't come out and bully no real man. That's for sure. Punk.
Okay. You wouldn't even think that still happened today, but man, I guess it does.
What? It ain't never stopped. It ain't never stopped. It's just like Will Smith says, being filmed now. You know, it ain't nothing new. Imagine all the black people that got killed in the 80s. You know, look at the CNN special that they running, the lady versus the whole Ku Klux Klan when they hung that black man up on a tree in Mobile, Alabama. You know, this stuff is going on, but now everybody got phones and you getting to see videos of it. It's being filmed. So just imagine the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, and the 50s. Imagine even the early 90s before people were able to record something. Just luckily, somebody had a damn camcorder to film what happened to Rodney King. And just the fact, and then, you know, another thing I'm going to say, I'm going to shut up after this one. I'm so tired of y'all black folks going to these white churches. Research is very clear that white Christians are far more racist than secular whites. The Ku Klux Klan was Christians. Why are you worshiping with them? If your white pastor ain't standing up and fighting, standing up for George Floyd and having conversations about racism like maybe 5 or 6 white pastors have that have broken themselves off from the National Baptist Convention, the Southern Baptist Convention, a couple of pastors have broken off, and these Trump supporting white supremacist racists, and they start with Christianity. How in the world do you serve the same God? And you love God, I love God, and you believe that Jesus is coming back, but you hate black people and you hate people of color. Mm-hmm. Explain that. Mm-hmm. So, and my thing is, when it comes to religion, I know I'm all over the place. So, what God did we worship before we were brought to this country? Because that's what I'm seeking. Because I swear, I'm not reading that white man's Bible that he wrote. I'm not. I believe in that we serve a living God for sure. But I'm just not with some of that, and I'm not going to the. And you got some black Republican preachers. I know a preacher that then bought Roy Moore and what his name? The conspiracy theorist Special K used to be on CNN before they fired him. Bringing all these different people to the churches, and then black judges and stuff running for office. You won't let them come up to the church and speak and run for office to try to protect us from some of these messed up laws, but you let all these white politicians come in there and speak. Man, it's some black people out here wrong too. You know, that ain't helping nothing. So I'm sorry. I'm just mad. I'm full. I'm mad what they did, the way that lady shot that young man up in Minnesota, talking about she don't know the damn difference between a gun and a taser, and she been a police officer for 26 years.
Right.
26 years. And she sat up there and she lied and she plotted and she said, if I ever get an opportunity, I'm going to pull out the gun and say that I thought that it was a taser. She been wanting to do it. And all y'all sit out here and keep making excuses with your sympathetic self. You're sympathetic to races and everything. I can't stand people like y'all, and I can't stand races, and I hate racism, and that's why we got to continue to fight, get out here and vote, and then you be going in. What you going in on? What y'all mad at Ben Crump and Reverend Al for? Who wants to be a lightning rod? Who wants to get death threats every day? It ain't enough money in this world to make you want to get death threats every day. Just hate each other. It's sickening because you're fighting against yourself while we out here fighting against racism and white supremacy. So I apologize. I'm just mad. I'm full this morning. I'm trying to laugh and have a good time, but my heart is heavy. And, you know, and all of our black judges is under attack. Go to Birmingham, Alabama. They trying to get rid of all these black judges in Jefferson County. This is where I live. You understand? All the black judges is under attack and they're trying to find a reason to unseat all these elected judges that have worked hard to get in office, and there's finally we getting some justice and judges sitting up here trying to be fair and being partial and understanding, and just because some of these judges won't issue out the death penalty and all this kind of stuff, it's a lot. I can go on and on. Maybe I need to just talk for about 15 minutes with no music, but you know, this radio, we have the commercials and stuff, so
yeah, and
I don't know.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Can you go get a glass of milk?
Huh?
Go get you some milk.
Yeah, I need some CBD oil to calm down. My blood pressure real high. Like I feel, I I ain't never felt this kind of hatred in my heart. And don't tell me to pray. I'm tired of praying. So tired of church folks. I don't know what to do with your discussing stuff, talking about prayer with church. Faith without works is dead. We got to work. We got work to do. And we got to start out fighting racism. And then we got to deal with some of these hoodlums in our own community. Have that conversation that don't nobody want to have.
Hello.
While we out here sitting up here killing each other's way in the fight videos and the things that we see when we can. That's a whole nother conversation. 15 minutes after the hour. I don't even know what we doing next. Super Days, just because I can't even pull it up. I done got mad. I done lost my place on the chart. Question.
What's trending?
Oh, yeah, what's trending? Jeff Johnson going to be talking about what's going on. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine, nearly 7 million one-dose shots of Johnson & Johnson vaccine have been given, and since it was approved for emergency use in late February, but yesterday the FDA announced a pause because 6 individual cases of blood clots have been reported. So what does that mean if you've already taken the J&J vaccine? So we got Grady Dr. Kimberly Manning is going to be joining us next to break it all down in what's trending coming up. And yeah, I said what I said about these white churches. I'm still mad. Stop going to the white churches. If they not taking a stand for racism, if they ain't said George Floyd's name and Breonna Taylor's name, you don't need to be in there. I'm denouncing. I'm telling. I said what I said. So get mad. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's Eva's Corner on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, it's about that time for Eva's Corner. Eva, what up?
Good morning, Ricky. Happy birthday, Brad, and hello to everyone. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with Eva's Corner, where we talk about everything womanhood, motherhood, and the juiciness in between. And today, the juiciness, Ricky, is money. Money, money, money. The question is, at what point in a serious relationship, i.e. marriage, do you decide to join bank accounts? Okay, so let me give you a specific scenario. So there's a couple that has been recently married, and the difficult questions are finally coming up, which is the money matters. Now, this is one situation where they both came into the relationship well off, both college educated, both have a great job, pensions, insurance, all of that. So her question is do we even need to have a joint bank account? He does well and I do well. What do we do? So when asked this question, I looked at it and I thought, you know what? There is no one way to run a household. It's like no one way to raise a child. Each child is different and each relationship is different. And money is a means to an end. So if y'all both bringing in money, I think you need to do one thing, no matter how much money you have and who makes the most money. You need to communicate. You need to talk to each other, talk about what your overhead is. That would be how much money you need to survive each month. If it's rent or mortgage, if it's a car note, insurance, kids, school, whatever. Figure out your overhead. Figure out what you can contribute, ladies, because contribution matters. And fellas, figure out what you can contribute. You put that together and there you go. Now, in some instances, like Rickey Smiley over here flipping the whole overhead. So if you have one of those situations, then you figure out, young ladies, how to pull up in a different capacity. Because if finances aren't the issue and they're not needed from you, then, make the house smell rosy. Plant some new flowers. Burn a nice candle. Get a new pillow set. Get a new comforter. Figure out little things around the house. But I want to know, Ricky, from you, if you got married, say in 2 years, and your woman is doing financially very well, you make a couple of dollars yourself, do you guys join bank accounts or do you just keep it separate?
This is just me personally. I'm not telling nobody else what to do. I'll go ahead. I'll take up all the bills. I'll take up the mortgage, the car note, and pay all the bills. That's just the way I was raised or whatever, and make sure that she have all of her needs and take care of some of her wants.
Okay.
They're just the type of dude I always been.
Yeah. Underline that some of her wants. What does that mean, Rick?
Yeah, I mean, she might want everything. Might not be able to get everything that she wants. She might want a Bentley. That's $250K. It ain't happening. You get this doggone Ford Explorer, drive this with me or whatever. Get my little 5-0 police car or whatever. But, but just being responsible and just making sure that the household is taken care of. Because
absolutely,
the thing about it is, the only thing I ask for in a marriage or whatever, help me take care of you.
Come
on, what I'm saying?
Rick.
Make it easy for me to take care of you. If you can't make the oxtails, get somebody to teach you how to. If I can just come on to some oxtails, sitting on a bed of rice and some cornbread on the side, you don't have to make it, but get somebody to make it and stuff. Say, hey, baby, go on in there, go to bed or whatever. Bed, comfortable, everything. Tom Ford, candle lit. Boom, we good. Going to sleep. And help me push me on out the door. Don't get up in the morning doing too much talking and in the way, because I have to be on the air at 5. That means I got to be up at 3:30. Go on, be over there, be quiet so I can get my thoughts together or whatever. And let me
So if there are two pieces of advice I would give on this, ladies and fellas, keep you a stash on the side. Always keep a stash. And then when you guys are in a marriage and a relationship, practice good money management. Just get into the habit of practicing good money management. Holla at your girl, Janai Thornton. She's on the show weekly. She'll help you keep your finances together.
What's wrong, Rock?
Oh, man.
You get them damn mornings. Oh, the mornings.
Just
please. I'm trying to be quiet, trying not to wake you up, trying to ease out the door, and you sitting up talking. I can't focus on my commercials
Just
and my
floss
jokes.
first, ladies. Floss in the morning. Floss is
Stop by that toothbrush. Brent, that part right there.
And listen.
Boy, that bring a tear to your eye, won't it?
Man, that's that good real music. The breakdowns, the horns, the drums, the the tuba.
Let me tell you something. Boy, if that don't remind me of Alabama State, I think we played that in the band room, and Professor Lyles was directing that thing. And when they got to you have to be a real musician.
You do.
And, man, that was the trombones and the tubas and the baritones and the French horns and the way Professor Lyles was when he got to that point when that breakdown. Boy, that percussion was tight. And when you're a musician, you sitting there with your trumpet and you playing your part, you can hear all the other instruments. And then it was like it had a certain cadence to it.
Yes.
That was a whole different cadence. The cadence didn't feel like it necessarily went with the song, but the way it all came together.
Yes, beautiful.
Man, Professor Lyles wasn't no joke. That was one of the great band directors, and Mr. Duncan at Tuskegee, Mr. Maddox at Woodlawn, all these great, wonderful, awesome band directors. Even my elementary school band director, Mr. Henderson, we used to play Captain and Tennille, Love Will Keep Us Together. I would never forget that. That little second trumpet. Me and Rodney Stringer, we was the only two trumpet players. And he had the solo and I had man, I swear I love band. And if I can sit in any jazz or symphonic band and just play my horn again, man, that's some of the best memories of my whole life. I just love music.
Yes.
Beautiful song, man. That's when all your uncles were wearing them tight pants, them tight pants, and they had them, all of them had them boxer drawers on. Everybody's nuts was on one side.
Yeah, dog.
You mean they bought some peanuts or something? They had
Yeah, look like they had stole 2 pool balls, stuffed them down in their pocket. They had them tight pants that come all the way up to your stomach. They were all skinny. Them little tight shirt, tight. So with the buckle on the side.
No belt.
And the bell bottoms.
Yeah, no belt with the bell bottom, but everybody's nuts was on the right side. Sitting up in elementary school, I done pulled my pants up, got my nuts on the right side.
Bag of cash.
I forgot we finna interview a gospel artist, Lord.
Yes.
Lord, everybody, let's pray, Lord, forgive us for what we just did. Forgot we was finna interview Kierra Sheard and stuff, and she just got married. I'm sitting up here talking about what my uncles, the way they was wearing their pants. Lord, you know my heart, and Lord, you know I didn't mean that. I was focused on Earth, Wind, and Fire, and I just caught some memories. I didn't mean that in a perverted way, Lord Jesus. You know my heart. I was just talking about the pants. I do some of that stuff on stage, and I'm friends with her daddy, who is now the presiding bishop of Church of God in Christ, Bishop Sheard. That's my friend who sat next to me on a plane, and we did Your Mama joke from Detroit to Atlanta. Lord, you know I respect this family, and I love all of them. So before I do this interview, I just want to be clean with the Lord before we go into this next interview. Are we ready? Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up and show your love. Get your hearts and your mind right now. The one and only Kierra Sheard. Good morning.
Good morning. I love you, sir. I love y'all so much. I'm over here crying, laughing, like, oh my God.
Yes.
Don't tell your daddy what happened. Please
don't tell him.
Because I know he going to text me. Don't tell your daddy what happened. Don't tell
We love you, Uncle Ricky.
You know I love you too. Oh man, I'm so proud of you. I don't know what to do. Let me introduce you the right way. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome actress, author, and Grammy Award-winning gospel superstar Kierra Sheard one more time. And congratulations on your marriage. So I got a nephew now.
Yes, and you know he's a Q.
Rude. What did he play?
What? I don't know what he played.
Oh, okay.
He's from Michigan.
Tell him, brother. Tell him. Okay. Root to the good brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I am so excited for you, and you scaled the wedding down due to the pandemic, and but we are so proud of you. Now, do you plan on having a larger ceremony down the line? Do you plan on, are you trying to save that money?
You know, honestly, we thought about it, and we are trying to save that money so it could go to the house. But we do want to celebrate because it's a lot of family and friends that wanted to be a part. So we're thinking about something in between, what we originally thought about.
All right,
you're out here doing big things, Kierra. You know what I'm saying? You just dropped your new memoir, Big, Bold, and Beautiful. And there are a lot of topics covered in here that you've dealt with growing up in the spotlight. Can you tell us what to expect and why they need to get a copy? Tell your fans what they need to get.
Oh, you need to get it because now we're in a space where everybody's on social media and everybody's posting about what they're doing. It could be so easy to get caught up in what culture says it's successful or what social media is saying is the thing to do. And we'll lose sight of who we're supposed to be in the earth as far as purpose and just living it out well. And this book just kind of redirects you to remind you, stop trying to figure out what the world says is beautiful or is success. Right. Redefine it by seeing what heaven is saying about why you are here on the earth. It's sort of like an invention asking its inventor, what is my purpose? So that's what you can expect from the book. And of course, you'll have like scriptures and prayers if you don't know where to start. It's very inspirational, and it definitely has a homegirl conversational approach.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes. So if you didn't know, we're talking to Kierra Sheard. Now, you had the opportunity to portray your legendary mother, gospel great, Miss Karen Clark Sheard, in the Clark Sisters biopic.
Yes.
How was that for you? And do you have any other acting roles coming up?
You know what? I do have some acting roles. That opportunity opened up some doors for me, and I'm super excited about it. As you've seen recently, if you have, I just did a song with Nick Cannon. So let's just say something is in the works, and I'm really excited about that. But working with, doing my mom's role, oh my God, it was a lot of pressure. It was a resume builder, but it was definitely an opportunity to just pay honor to my mom and say, hey, I appreciate you for what you've done. But trying to sing those notes, those soprano notes like Karen Clark Sheard, I can honestly say I was getting lightheaded and dizzy because I ain't there quite yet. So she definitely was stunning me with her vocal ability.
Oh, Kierra, Nick Cannon FaceTime. We FaceTime for about an hour last night. I know exactly what you're talking about. I hope that we get an opportunity to share some moments together on this new project right here. I'm sorry. I know exactly.
Yes.
I put it on my Instagram last week. It was epic.
Yeah.
Epic.
Thank you.
And you have a new deluxe version of your self-titled album, Kierra, which with so much going on in the world today, that song should definitely you should definitely listen to it if you need some uplift. So let everybody know how they can follow you.
You can follow me as just Kierra Sheard on everywhere.
Hey, we are so proud of you. Hey, tell your dad I said congratulations.
I sure will. We love you and thank you so much for always supporting us.
Absolutely. Tell him I got some new jokes and tell him we're going to go get in a quiet corner and we're going to have our own version of Wild and Out. I mean, Brett, we were sitting on a plane flying from Detroit to Atlanta and we were leaning over doing your mama jokes like nonstop. I mean, we was going in. I'm like, you know, because I saw him get on the plane. I said, I promise you're a preacher. I know you're a preacher. I know a pastor when I see one. And he said, yeah, he said, I'm Bishop Sheard. And we started cracking. We were sitting next to each other on the plane. We had a good time. That's one of my favorite people on this earth. I'm so proud of you and I love you. Tell the bros I said what's up. And make sure y'all grab a copy of her new book, Big, Bold, and Beautiful Today. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for the one and only Kierra Sheard.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you too. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 26 minutes after the hour. Y'all, the same as being brought to you by My Computer Career. Family, if you don't absolutely love what you do, make sure you go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today and become an information technology professional in as little as 4 months. That's mycomputercareer.edu. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. The U.S. announced a temporary pause on the use of the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine after 6 people experienced a rare yet severe type of a blood clot. President Biden and top health officials said at the White House briefing yesterday that the pause should boost confidence in the fact that the government is putting safety first. Meanwhile, America's longest running war may soon be over this year. President Biden is expected to make an announcement today on a plan to withdraw troops from Afghanistan by September 11th, which is the 20th anniversary of the attack of 9/11. And last but certainly not least, unrest and protests have continued for the third night in a row in the Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, where police shooting of a 20-year-old Dante Wright took place. Kim Porter, the officer who shot Wright, and the city's police chief resigned yesterday. The district attorney said that he hoped to have a decision by today on whether or not to charge the officer.
Eva.
I already know. That's why I said Ricky.
Have you seen the fence they put around her house with the 3 police cars and all them officers standing out there in front of her house? They got her protected.
Listen, as they should. Meanwhile, the families of George Floyd and Dante Wright have joined forces in a call for the end of police brutality. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Well, all 22 of the women suing Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson will disclose names in amended lawsuit. Watson is being accused of assaulting and harassing these women during massages. He lost most of his endorsement deals, include Nike, Beats by Dre, and Reliant. But as of yesterday, one of the women who filed a lawsuit has dropped her civil case against Watson. So now everybody is waiting to see, are there going to be more? It's up to 22 right now, big dog.
And one of them dropped.
One of them dropped. So we trying to see, are more going to drop, or did that one that dropped? Did she get a settlement, a cash settlement, or So they investigate that piece right there.
Trying to figure out what kind of freaky stuff that you got to go and get a massage to do all that. Cause I don't know nobody. I ain't never.
Some people got weird fetishes, dog.
Bro, I get massages, but I ain't never had, in all these years of my life, I ain't had 22 different people massage me.
Right. Because you find someone you like and you stick with them. So that's just odd.
Right.
He can find one person to massage him and just stick with her.
Well, the word is from his camp, he had that 1 or 2, personnel, but because of COVID-19, they shut down the practice. So he started reaching out to other masseuses on social media.
But 3 times a week, Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just telling you what the story is.
Yeah, when you're in a position like that, you can't open yourself up to that many just random people.
People at all. You can't have people around you. Oh, you keep you one barber. You make him sign a non-disclosure or whatever. You make sure you get your hair cut with a camera in there rolling at all time. Your circle got to get real small to protect yourself. And now you lose everything that you worked so hard for. You know, and him and his mom, man, they and Deshaun Watson do great things. He put people in houses because he was was a football player from Florida State University, played for the running back for the Atlanta Falcons. Gave him and his mother a house when they was homeless. The running back.
He's done a lot of great work, man, and that's what people are saying, that this is will just tarnish all the good things that he has done. And, you know, we still don't know how true everything is. But when you get up to 22 allegations, it's like, okay, man.
But don't that also say that in his position, he didn't have anybody around him to kind of protect him from making those kind of moves?
Well, sometimes you can have people around you, but you still got some weird things that go on in your life.
No, but I'm saying an agent or
man, you can go to Brookstone and get whatever you need for a massage. Brookstone got every kind of doggone thing in there. They'll massage your neck. How many times y'all passed by Brookstone in the airport and wanted to buy some of those doggone things to massage your neck and your back and your arms?
All that. Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
Yes, things to do.
Some old black lady that's 65 years old that go to a church that will put some heating oil on you and get you right before you go in that football field.
Tiger Balm.
And you ain't going to be attracted to her because she got on black stockings and white shoes. You ain't going to try to touch that. She ain't going out here getting no Brazilian wax and looking sexy and all that stuff.
There it is.
Let's keep it moving.
All right, man. So we can continue talking about this on Instagram Live at Rock T Holla, man. But Brad got the hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
She get you laid out on that doggone table to give you a massage in that room. That damn smell like pig feet. Boiling. Got some pig feet in there, some okra or whatever. That ain't gonna turn you on. It'll get you hungry, but it ain't gonna turn you on. That's what you got to do when you get ready to get a massage and stuff. And she playing James Cleveland in the background. You getting a massage. She talking about Jesus is the best thing that ever happened to me.
Oh, good morning,
She got the
everybody.
TV
I'm
on.
your girl.
You get a massage and she got the TV on in the heat of the night.
And this is the hot spot. Oh, yeah. Where we bring you music, movies, and more. I'm going to piggyback on Gary about what he talked about earlier about Cheryl Underwood and Sharon Osbourne. So the talk returned for the first time since they little beef or whatever, and Cheryl addressed the viewers backstage saying it's time for an episode of The Talk that will be unlike any other we've had before. As you may know, during our break, Sharon decided to leave The Talk. We need to process the events of that day and what happened since so we can get to healing. Later, she addressed that Osbourne claims that she sent her text messages apologizing for what happened. Well, Cheryl said, I want to clear something up. There was a discussion about Sharon and I communicating with each other. I have not spoken to her and do not have any phone calls missed or received that I can find in my phone from her. But there were text messages sent to me, adding that she didn't speak or acknowledge those text messages because she wasn't sure whether she was allowed to communicate with Osbourne amid the network's investigation. So
Gary Cheryl Underwood trying to keep that job, ain't it?
I was waiting till Brad finished that story to ask her, because, honey, I just can't see, honey, Cheryl keeping that job, honey, because when a white woman loses a job and a black woman still keep hers, that's not a good look, honey. That just don't happen in America. So, you know, Cheryl was
trying to do when the white woman is racist.
Yeah,
it don't matter
trying
here.
to do something new.
Yeah, well, we hope
Black Matter Loud. Black Matter Loud. Coming up next, we got Chef Kurt Boudreaux with them good old meals, and we got the praise mix down, y'all. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour. What, Gary?
Cheryl said, I ain't got no text, honey.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's time for Quarantine Cooking with the one and only Chef Kurt Boudreaux. Kurt, good morning. Boudreaux.
Good morning, Rick. What's going on, man? What's up, Rock Tizzle?
What up, blessed, highly favored, and hungry.
I feel you, baby.
I know you got something good this morning, man. Dang.
Yeah, I got a little something, man. Then I'm going to bring to you BLFGT. That's a bacon lettuce, a BLFGT. That's a bacon, lettuce, fried green tomato sandwich. I made this sandwich. Hey, it's a sandwich, not a movement. I start by frying off my bacon. I drain it off, slice my green heirloom tomatoes. Then I prepared the batter to fry, seasoning with some flour, salt and pepper, Cajun seasoning. I made my egg wash. Then I dipped it in my cornmeal, fried until it was golden brown at about 350. Took the same black skillet that the bacon fat was in, and I toasted the bread. Then I made my Tabasco mayo with some lemon zest and some juice. After the bread was toasted, I dressed the sandwich with my Tabasco mayo, dressed that sucker with some butter, lettuce, bacon, tomatoes, placing the other toast on top. Slice that bad boy in half. Brad Eva, I'm telling you, y'all know what this sandwich is.
So you toasted the bread in the bacon grease?
There you go. This boy, it's a heart attack waiting to
Instead
happen.
of butter, Lord
Waiting to
have mercy.
happen.
You know that flavor all up in that thing, Lord.
Yes.
God, it made me hungry.
And you know, sometimes just seasoning and grilling the bread make a whole difference in the sandwich. That's why Shake Shack so damn good.
Come on, Ricky.
I love the fried bread.
That bread at
any
Shake
time
Shack
over
is so
toast.
good.
Boy, them damn Shake Shack I just go in there and get a bun. When I don't have enough money, I go in Shake Shack and get a bun. Can I get a bun, please? Like, yeah. They wrap that little bun up, man. Fold that thing up like it's a little blunt. Put it in my pocket and go see.
That sound good, Chef Boudreaux.
Thank you, Kurt.
All right, Pete.